Hello, and welcome, my Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and crosswatchers. Welcome to your 8-card draw. What do I need shadow read for this full moon to new moon, June 2023? I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons. You like the new music? Professional edge, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Production since 1998, just hit 25 years in service. Oh, May 1st of 2023. I am the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. It's available on Kindle. A version of it is available on Kindle. There is a link in the description box that you can click and preview it for free. It's broken into chakra chapters. We're going to be talking about chakras, so if you find it helpful. The original version, though, is over on Patreon. Some of my patrons, my subscribers, get the original version, which is like a Fellini movie compared to the Kindle version. My subscribers, regardless of level of subscription, get three things in common. Number one, they get all of the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. Number 2, they get a daily check-in with me, and pretty much every single day an unlisted YouTube live stream link so they can chat and interact with me, and we talk about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, the shadow work, etc. You know, we do full moons and new moons and Sabbats and all sorts of stuff, and it's my favorite way to start the day. We always end with a little prayer, a little blessing, a little something to send us on our way, and it is my favorite way to start the day. Did it this morning, got me ready to do this. Now, the third thing that they have in common, regardless of level of subscription, is they get a significant discount on private sessions with me. There's a video that I made for the 25th anniversary when I changed my prices, booking private sessions with Mark. We'll talk about that at the end. But I really want to get down to business with this read. But if you feel so drawn, because now you can get a free trial. Patreon just added a free trial option. You get 7 days. So you can, do that, right? And just dip a toe and check it out. And come Patreon on Patreon, because I'm the Angelo Lyons, Angelo Lyons. But you could just call me Mal. Yeah. Shadow work ain't fun. It's not supposed to be necessarily until you get good at it. So let's do some explanation for the new Aries and crosswatchers, and then we'll get into the divination for this 8-card draw. For example, an 8-card draw is just one card from 8 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about really anything you want to tune it to. We're tuning it to a 2-week period, a waning moon, half of a full moon, half of a complete lunar cycle, the letting go, the releasing, or in the language of spiritual alchemy, releasing the atoms in between lead and gold. On the periodic table, lead is heavier, it's toxic, it's fear, it's representative, symbolic of the shadow, right? The unfinished stuff, the lead that's just screaming to be alchemized into gold, but it is a process of release and letting go. So, when the moon rides at her peak, full moon, we're going to talk about the astrology in a minute, then ye heart's desire seek, and then take 3 days after the full moon and just like roll with it, enjoy the full moon, and then usually that's when the shadow work, the releasing, and the letting go begins, but mileage may vary. So let's have a little look real quick. I am a Virgo. I have a clipboard, of course I do, just with some basic astrology here for you. The full moon in Sagittarius is Saturday, June 3rd, 11:42 p.m. Eastern Time. I am in New York, and that really fits right into the witching hour for me. For me, the witching hour is from 11:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m., so I am going to be hitting that with some candle magic for sure. For a Sagittarius moon, which, by the way, trines your Aries. Crosswatchers, we'll talk about you before other cards at the table. 2 weeks later, we have the new moon in Gemini on Sunday, June 18th, and that happens at 12:37 a.m., which is good. I can be up for that, right? I can I can stay up that late. Believe me, I can. But it then goes void of course. Sort of in between signs, if you're new to void of course, 2:24 a.m., which is a little early, obviously, to worry about necessarily, but then at 6:58 a.m. it goes into Cancer. So if you want to hit the Gemini part of that, which I do. I will be doing that in that time frame, but after 12:37 a.m., but before 2:24 a.m. I think I should be able to pull it off. In between those two dates of note, Venus is going into Leo on June 5th, again, trine, right? Because if you're an Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whatever, particularly I would think of Venus, that's going to trine you, that's a good thing. Then on the 11th, Pluto goes into Capricorn. I think that squares you, yeah, so you might want to keep an eye on that. Cardinal Earth to your cardinal fire. Saturn retrogrades, great fun. Saturn retrogrades on the 17th of June in Aquarius, and by the way, that will be in the dark moon the day before. Well, 3 days before new moon is dark moon. That's when the shadow work gets intense, right? That's the last bit of it before the new moon, the day before. So that's why I do these reads, to help you what? Release, let go, surrender, clear the field for 2 weeks or so, to then plant because a new moon in Gemini on Sunday is wonderful, as it would be later on in Cancer, right? Day of success. So to really clear your energy field, let go what needs to be let go of, at least symbolically, and we got 8 cards to do that. So look, it's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs to see, maybe you have 4 different areas of your life where we need to let go. We all need to let go of something, right? It's part of the cycles of it all. Better to surf the cycles than fight them, yeah? But they might all be pointing to the same thing too, and they're all holographic anyway, and this is why cross-watchers, the one you are cross-watching for, will most likely be going through something here, so you can help them by getting some understanding, some insight, some sympathy, some empathy, and maybe even like calling in the Archangel for them, because we've got the Archangel Fire Oracle and the Divine Animals Oracle for totems, and Lord Ganesh. We've got a lot. I've got 8 cards to hit the table, and I love these decks, and I do these for myself, and yes, I write down my Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and do the shadow work for 2 weeks, because if I'm not doing it, what's the point, right? I want to be a living example of the guidance, grace, love, wisdom, and power that floats through me on these things, because it's a good gig, right? And it's simple, not easy. So I guess that's about it. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. That's enough explanation. Let's get to divination. I will do the very best that I can to help you shift to a more golden timeline from a leaded timeline, taking not just yourself, the people that you love, into higher and higher, more golden, happier, healthier versions of ourselves. But do take work, doesn't it? So let's do this. The shift from explanation to divination, if you're new, happens in a little 2-word spell that my guides gave me a couple of years ago, and it works really well, which also rhymes. I think we're off to a good start. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Pantheonic override. Using the Caroline Myss archetype cards. Ooh. I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine. For the Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and crosswatchers who are watching this video, who are drawn to this reading, please, beloved ones, just one card. What is the dominant archetype in the 8th chakra, hovering over the head of the Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and crosswatchers, indicating the alchemy itself, the shadow work to be done, because this code, this archetypal code, will be sent down to all the other chakras underneath, right? The crown all the way down to the root, maybe even into the Earth Star, right? So they have the opportunity to no longer delay what cannot be prevented in alchemizing their shadow to light, their lead to gold, their pain to peace, their toxic to healthy, their fear to love, this full to new. June 2023, the lover archetype. That's not bad to start off a reading with. First card of a 12-card series of 8-card draws. That's a lot of numbers. There are 9 different families of archetypes. The lover is a member of the masculine family. Archetype has nothing to do with biological gender. Just putting that out there. Everybody has masculine energy, yang, dynamic. The lover, because it is a female indicated in the card. All archetypes are neutral. So, oh, the lover, it sounds all gold. It's lead, it's just as toxic, and vice versa. The shadow attribute, what I'm calling the lead, obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion. Been there, done that. have the burnt t-shirt. Ember, zombie, and witch. The light attribute, the gold you're shooting for here. Great passion and devotion. Unbridled appreciation of someone or something. Now, what's unbridle? David's bridle? B-R-I-D-L-E, darlings. That's something you put on a horse, right? To rein it in. This is unbridled appreciation of someone or something, and that is incredibly general. That can be to love of the divine, love of sushi, love of anything, right? It can be another person, but what if that was directed towards yourself? Aries, first house dynamic, personality, self-ego. Let's see. Ain't nothing wrong with being your own lover first and filling your cup and letting it overflow. Let's look at the next 4 chakras down. The internal, the feminine energy, the goddess energy, because we're using the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. If it's a major arcana card, it's all 4 at once. Usually one is indicated, though. Let's see what the goddesses have to say. I'm in. Please take a nice deep breath. It's not like hour of meditation before this was worth it, huh? Goddess override. As I call upon my goddesses of fire, the sign of Aries, powers of the south, please, beloved goddesses of cardinal fire. 1 card in clarity for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. This is a what do they need read. So what do they need to be aware of? Internal, yinternal, heart, third eye crown, to alchemize the lover archetype, this full to new. Ooh, Pisces card. A court card on the inside is usually not somebody on the outside if you have any planets in Pisces. I'm a Virgo with a Pisces moon. I was born on a full moon, Labor Day weekend. Talk about a symbolic entrance for a witch. Mutable water. You may be feeling all sorts of, right? From dolphin to shark, right? From guppy to piranha, like that, right? The switch. This is also very heart chakra because the emotional power, heart chakra, right? Each chakra has its own flavor of power here. So this could be visionary intuition as well. This could be having visions. I'm telling you, I'm a Pisces moon, sweethearts. 12th house, it's the connection to the collective unconscious, but emotionally, right? That's if you're an empath, right? So if you consider yourself an empath, go into your heart. I mean, really, this is because it's not about feeling love all the time. It's about whatever you're feeling, bringing love to it. And infinite number of teachings and ways and paths, and make your own, right? You'll find your way through. But it's like saying, okay, love is the answer. I know, what's the question? Oh, fuck, am I going to survive this? Love is the answer. Believe me, I am well aware. That's why I do spiritual counseling with people. I used to be a minister. I defrocked myself, all right? I've heard a lot of confessions when people come to me because they know I live under vows of confidentiality. So let's see what's going on the outside, either from the outside looking in at you, right, like a mirror, you looking from the inside out at people, places, or things. It's all about relationships in the world, but including your relationship to yourself. And as an Aries, it's always something to keep in mind. Solar plexus dominant, though. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. God override. As I call upon my gods of Aries. Sorry, my gods of fire, the sign of Aries, you're delightful. My gods of fire, the sign of Aries, powers of the south, please, beloved gods of cardinal fire. 1 card in clarity for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers who are watching this video and drawn to the shadow reading. What do they need to be aware of? Inside out, outside in, lower 3 chakra dynamic to alchemize the lover in the 8th with Pisces on the inner, this full to new. Oh, another court card. All right, this could be another person. The Queen of Swords, fixed air, Aquarian dynamic for sure. This could be you from the outside looking in as well, obviously. And by the way, there can be mirroring, which complicates the thing. But also, if we're looking at a lover archetype, and this is another person, they do not have to be, in my opinion, Aquarius sun signs, right? They could be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, who knows? Or the cross watcher, perhaps, right? But a lot of people don't know their moon sign. They don't know their Venus. They don't know. You need to know your birth time to know your rising sign, and a lot of people don't know their birth time. So really, look at 11th house dynamic. Now, it is the neighbor of Pisces, so it's not a horrible angle, right? A relationship. It's the relationship of fixed air to mutable water. Fixed and mutable might be tricky. But you're looking at 11th house dynamic. It's very humanitarian. It's how your creativity interacts with all the people in the world. So this can very much be a focus, right? If I was going to really say what chakra is this would feel. Well, maybe not just solar plexus in terms of having your own humanitarian hands across America, right? You know, charitable, that interacting with the world in that way with love, but might also be tribal, right? Might be root chakra, might be in service to something, but Aquarius is fixed air. It's the stratosphere, right? So think of that frozen air, but the point of view of seeing holistically, right? Seeing a larger picture. I like this. This is good. A lot of zodiac. It's I would say only 2 tarot cards only 2 tarot decks in the 8-card spread, 8-card draw, to get court cards inner and outer. Definitely, there's a relationship here, but like I said, there might be mirroring here too. So if you have any planets in Aquarius, I think that's a good place to start. So let's remove those obstacles with the help of Lord Ganesh. Those 3 atoms in between. Lead and gold for the lover archetype, the Hindu elephant-headed god of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles. Angelo Hartfield, the whispers of Lord Ganesha. I call him Ganesh. I've had a relationship with Ganesh since I started the company, working with the Ashaya monks, I-S-H-A-Y-A. If they're still around, try and grab one, because their meditation technique is... Just did it before this one. Some things you learn that come and go, but when they come around again, it's a brand new gig. Let's ask them. Please take a nice deep breath. Mysticism for fun and profit. Just gotta pay with the shadow work, babe. Still point. Ganesh, override. As I call to the beloved Lord Ganesh, God of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles, please, beloved one card in clarity for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and crosswatchers watching this video, receiving this reading. Our first bookie book card, I'm going to read this from the bookie book. What is your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your powerful oracle message to help them remove the obstacles and alchemize the lover archetype from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love, Pisces on the inner, Aquarius on the outer, this full to new, innocence, the aspect of the divine child in particular, innocence. You know, I'm a teacher and a student of A Course in Miracles. I talk about it a lot because it's not a religion. It's a self-study course of spiritual psychotherapy. 365 lessons in the workbook, done it twice, okay? And certainly it says that at our core, we're not bodies. I am not a body. I am free, for I am still as the divine created me. I changed the language because some of it's a little patriarchal here and there, and that's okay. We're allowed to play with our pronouns when it comes to the divine. So that innocence, our innocence is immutable. Nothing can change it. We're not of this world. We only appear to be in this world. The child of God cannot sin in a dream, all of that stuff, right? So love is your answer here, but coming from an innocent heart, come on, and tapping in maybe to the collective innocent heart, right? With that Pisces on the inside. Card number, what is that, 43? Let's see, innocence. I mean, an experience of innocence, I mean, we're talking like inner child work here, in my opinion, but let's see what Ganesh has to say. Card number 43, innocence. The simplest gestures of love and respect can prevail over even the toughest of hearts. And you are dealing with an Aquarian in this card. The lightness of the aura around Ganesha portrays innocence. By being soft and still, you give the universe the opportunity to assist you in creating your desires. Now, that could be that Aquarian thing as well, going into that peaceful zone, that above it all, but from the satellites, right? Not necessarily from sea level. GPS POV. Be willing to release any cynicism. Have you noticed yourself becoming increasingly critical over time? As you gather more experience, sometimes the familiarity of a situation can cause you to lose touch with your innocence. It is only natural to expect similar outcomes as you have had in the past when similar situations present themselves in your life. In other words, this is called seeing through a glass darkly. Look, we just gave you Lord Ganesh and New Testament. I'm a professional witch. I will beg, borrow, and steal truth wherever I find it. Don't forget, though, that change and transformation are always possible. It's the idea. This is the transformative part. This is the alchemy. You are being offered an opportunity to approach this situation with renewed peace. If you are making changes to your job situation, relationships, or even direction of your life path, approach this with a sense of exploration. You ready? I'm going to read this again to lead into it. Approach this with a sense of exploration and the excited curiosity of a child. Aries is the child of the zodiac. Be willing to let go of the preconceived ideas that have developed over time in your mind. Allow your heart to be centered and in a place of peace. Meaning that you're going to have to feel what you're going to have to feel and make peace with it by giving it the love that only you can give it, like your own specific frequency of love that lead is calling for to alchemize into gold. Every day, call on Ganesh for guidance to renew your mind and refresh your thinking. With Ganesh's assistance, contemplate each situation you encounter. Ask Ganesh to support you, right? Like a loving elephant uncle? I don't know. He's a god. You do you. Remember to pray for freedom from fears, worries, and unhealthy obsessions that might control your thought and harm your soul. Obsessive passion that harms others. Self-destructive devotion. Be accountable for your decisions and their results. Just knowing that you are responsible will assist you to take decisions seriously and with greater consideration. So from that place of innocence, the blank slate, knowing that you don't know, the grace of humility is the first grace and the last grace that I talk about in my book, Words of Grace. It is my saving grace. The last grace I talk about is finding your saving grace. Mine is the grace of humility, to know that I do not know, but I'm willing to be shown what I call the maiden grace. There's a mother and a crone grace too. We'll see what else shows up. All right, we're halfway through. 4 more to go. Let's call in the archangels. The Archangel Fire Oracle, Alexandra Wenman, Findhorn Press. Everyone has access to the archangelic realms, the celestials, right? The thrones, the powers, the dominions, the virtues. All you gotta do is ask, because they don't come unless you ask. They're kind that way. They just don't show up at your door 4 a.m. unless you're a mystic and you're contracted. Then they show up whenever they feel like, but they still pretty much come when I call them. So that's love. Please take a nice deep breath. If only everybody could be an archangel. Considering at core we all are. Still point. Archangelic override. As I call upon the pantheons of archangels for the Aries collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading, please, beloved messengers of light, collectives that you are, who is the angel waiting in the wings with the wings ready to fly in and help the Aries collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, alchemize the lover in the 8th, Pisces on the inner, Aquarius on the outer, removing obstacles with innocence and the help of Lord Ganesh, this full to new. Rick BL, he's so cute. There's definitely some Orlando Bloom influence here. Card number 11, Rick BL. Oh, like Rick Mayall. Oh, I miss Rick Mayall. Card number 11, the young ones. It's boring, really, really, really boring. Compassion is the key word. Did you feel that? Oh, I felt it. Just going to read you the first part of the message here. Rick Biel, compassion. Rick Biel is known as the chief of the divine chariot, the Merkaba. Oh, there's a whole story unlocking there. Drunvalo Melchizedek flashback. This cherubim is said to be the power of love. Huey Lewis, please pick up the courtesy telephone. And he helps us to recognize the incredible power of having loving thoughts. A harmonizing angel who can influence centrifugal force and find the most loving point between two opposing forces. Interesting. Rick Biel is especially helpful to call upon when working in group situations, and that, like I said, could be that Aquarius thing as well. The message: no matter how badly others behave, the lover archetype, this could be family, this could be anybody you're in relationship with. No matter how badly others behave, try to see through the eyes of compassion. Treat others as you wish to be treated and promote harmonious relations. Well, obviously this is a relationship shadow read. So understand, the people in our lives, reason, season, or lifetime, the people next to you on Starbucks, they're there for a purpose. Reason is a human thing. There's a purpose, always a purpose, right? They're helping you along the way, even though they don't know it, and you know this already. Who am I talking to? You know how it go. And you don't gotta like it. That's the best part. You gotta like it, but you just gotta love the part of you that doesn't like it. Let it have its say and don't burn down the village. It's really that. Shadow work is feel it all and don't burn down the village. Well, for Aries, you know. Good luck with that. Let's keep going. I gotta keep my sense of humor in a shadow read, right? Just to keep, not at an empathic distance, but, you know, the angels have wings because they take things lightly. And I was named after Archangel Ariel, the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo of Lyons. Just call me Mal, because you know what? We've got the Divine Animals Oracle, the Animal Pantheon. The Animal Kingdom Pantheon is my favorite. Really, truly, as I am a Virgo, that do make sense, don't it? Everybody has spirit animals and totems. Let's see who's here to help. They're already ready, but you know, they come when you call, unless they just show up. Totems are different. Please take a nice deep breath. Just show up in your house all of a sudden. Still point. Oh. Animal Kingdom override. Totemic override. Oh, I call upon the pantheons of the animal kingdom, the spirit animals and totems for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs of crosswatchers who are watching this video, drawn to this reading, who walks with them, who swims with them, who flies with them, who crawls with them, giving them the strength, the support, the backup, the help, the healing, and the oracle message to help them alchemize the lover in the 8th, Pisces on the inner, Aquarius on the outer, removing obstacles with innocence with the help of compassionate Rick Biel, this full to new. I'm coming, Elizabeth. You got the red fox card. Strategery. Strategy. Oh, Inuyasha. Card, oh boy, white numbers on a white background. Card number 3. I think it's giblets for the cats. Card number 3. Jinx Monsoon. Just going to read you the first part and the magical application strategy. Work through a strategy to get what you want. This is a time of transformation, and we're seeing that already here in this this read. This is a time of transformation, so do not hide what you truly are. Be a part of nature, not apart from nature. Be patient. Your opportunity will come. The magic. If you did I skip one here? No. If you need some prosperity in your life, you are wishing for a more connected relationship to the world on any level, Inari Okami may be able to give you a strategy to assist. As the Inari and their Kitsumi is a living tradition, you can use modern Shinto ways. This book has got a lot of info. It's really cool. To honor them. And if you are lucky enough, you can visit one of the Kitsumi temples in Japan. It's not on my checklist this week. Fox magic is transformative, and foxes can help you find the best way to get through any puzzling or difficult situation. There's a little Naruto vibe there too. Just watch watch out for the mother eight tails, you know? So look, there is a strategy here in play, and you know, it's instinctive, these strategies. This is why these are animal totems, right? They're not all thinky, right? It's very much feely. All paws on the ground, and you know, sly as a fox, a sly strategy, but coming from a place of compassion, right, and innocence. This is to your benefit and the benefit to everybody else. If you know that you don't know what's best for yourself or anybody else, because who the fuck does 24/7, 365? No, the Dalai Lama. I mean, there's probably a handful of people who do, right? But you just be that and be in that innocence and say, I don't know, but I'm willing to be shown. I'm willing to unbridle my love in this situation, but with a strategy to get you what you want, to get you what you need in this, right? To release what needs to be let go, to clear the field, right? If you've been watching for a while, you might have noticed I've moved some stuff around. Oh my God! You mean the seventh card down now is now the Macon Healing Mantra deck? Yeah, it is, because they showed it to me last night when I was setting everything up to read this morning. They're like, put that over there, and I'm like, so you never know what's going to change, because when it's time to change, you have to rearrange. Please take a nice deep breath. Oh, it's a story. Still point. Ascended Master Override. Oh, here we go. As I call upon the Ascended Masters of the General Assembly, for the Aries Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Suns, and Crosswatchers watching this video or receiving this reading, please, beloved Ascended Masters of the General Assembly, which is like sitting in the UN. There are so many of you around me right now. One card in clarity, the perfect healing mantra for the Aries Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Suns, and Crosswatchers to assist them, to help them in alchemizing the lover in the eighth, Pisces on the inner, Aquarius on the outer, innocence removing obstacles, Rick Bale's compassion, and Red Fox's strategy, this full to new. Dissolving judgments. I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. And bingo was his name-o. Obviously, you are dealing with somebody who might be acting a little hyenas, little hiatal hyena going on there up your ass. Dissolving judgments. Now, here's the thing. Bottom line, I learned this from Matt Kahn. He's so right on. A judgment is just our opinion that something's not part of the greater plan. What the fuck do we know, right? That's the innocence. It's going, okay, this is serving me somehow, fine. I don't have to like what they're doing in order to love the journey that I'm on, because it's not much of a journey without villains, vampires, demons, and dragons, right? In human form. Well, I think I would rather have them in human form than, you know, have a guards moment. Terry Pratchett. Those guards, men-at-arms, one of them. Oh, Samuel Vimes, I love you. Dissolving judgments. I don't have to like the behavior of others in order to love my journey. Isn't that cool? When judgments are dissolved, oh, I need this for this one. When judgments are dissolved, you don't have to enjoy the actions of others in order to glean benefit from them. That's a witch move. It's like, you be as toxic as you want. You've got to like it. There's a benefit here for me. It's happening for a purpose, not a reason, right? When you know that every moment has been created to help each soul shine the brightest, it becomes easier to not take things personally. Very well, the personality, right? The ego, first house, personality of the self. It's very easy to do. We're conditioned to do it. It becomes easier to not take things personally. Instead, you are able to appreciate the positions that life has put you in as evidence of your evolving mastery in form. In other words, the Ascended Masters are saying, this is a mastery thing that you're in, right? Dissolving judgments means I don't know their story. I know that I do not know. It's from an innocent place, right? I'm telling you, Course in Miracles talks about it a lot, because there's either forgiveness or judgment, but it's a journey. People beat themselves up. In other words, they're being judgmental of themselves for being judgmental, and then the ego's got it on lock, right? It takes love. It takes compassion. This mantra is ideal for learning to speak your truth, cultivating empathy, right? Maybe that's what that Pisces card is. Maybe you are picking up and feeling part of their pain in there, thinking it's all your own. It's usually not. And trusting the universe, which is that innocence as well. Wow, dissolving judgments. because they're based in illusion. They're based in what we think, right? Or what we've been told, or ancestral patterns passed down through society and blah, 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 blah. Traumatic response, that's what shadow work is for. It's for dissolving, right? Removing those three atoms. And those three atoms, once removed, reveal a blessing, a hidden blessing. And so our last card down will be from Lucy Cavendish, the Blessed Be. These prayers are amazing, and we do them for real. I will also conclude the reading, by the way, once I'm done reading from the bookie book, giving my best to allow the pantheons of all pantheons to bless you through my nervous system and YouTube. But then we'll talk about, you know, the other stuff, business stuff and fun stuff going on for Drawing the Circle, and maybe something that might help with all of this. So let's do this. The pantheons of all pantheons, all traditions, lineages, and cultures. Please take a nice deep breath. Pantheonic override. I call to the collective pantheons of all pantheons and request a delegation from all traditions, lineages, and cultures. Please, beloved ones. What is the hidden blessing, the gold within the lead, just waiting to be set free, to be liberated? For the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video who you led to this reading. The gold within the lead, the light at the end of the tunnel, to urge them forward, and the hidden blessing that's already in play, and they can tune to it now. To alchemize the lever in the 8th, Pisces on the inner, Aquarius on the outer, removing obstacles with innocence, the compassion of Rick Bael, the strategy of the red fox, dissolving judgments as they go, this full to new. Aye, a blessing on your health. You got a dragon. I told you there was demons and dragons. This is like a fun one though. It's a dragon of apples or something. It's a Celtic-based deck. That's why I call it, you know, the collective, all traditions, lineages, and cultures. Wow, I was just going out for an apple, right? Isn't there an apple in this one somewhere? Oh no, it's a chalice. So she's having drinks with the. I've had drinks with dragons before. Well, it depends on the type of dragon, you know. Location, loquacious. Sister Mary Loquacious. A blessing on your health. This I need the magnifying glass for. We do these for real, all kidding aside. You know, you gotta do a shadow read. You gotta walk in with a little sense of humor, a little levity. Otherwise, it's not great. Ready? Please take a nice deep breath. You guys bring out the kid in me. Still point. Pantheons of all pantheons, override. A blessing on your health. A blessing to inspire the blossoming of great good health within your life. May you, friend, be blessed with a rising of your own personal vitality. May life force flow into every cell of your body, inhabiting each fully with the desire for life and the yearning for the full feeling of all that is here for you to experience. May the cells in the blood sing their song with joy at being here, and may your bones be strong and whole, densely knitted in the joints to keep you upright, ever moving into the next step, a dance of love for the feeling of the world. May the muscles take shape and move with your form, and may there be flexibility and the great gift of movement for you. May your organs do their holy work, and may the health of the mind, curious yet peaceful, awakened yet rested, be yours. May the energy that belongs to the hail be yours, and may your every footstep bring you a little more vitality, a little more joy and movement, a little more of a blessing to simply be here, and in such good health. May you know peace within the temple of the body, and may a revival of energy be yours like that of the spring after winter, so you have a spirit shining with good health. The energy all about you radiant, an auric field filled with wellness, a field of energy you can drink from and renew yourself each day and night of this lifetime. May the blessings of good health and joy in your body be yours. And should it be challenged, may you rise and meet that challenge with courage and security in the wisdom of your blood and bones, flesh and energy field, and may all that brings you back to wellness come to you again and again. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. So mote it be. And so it is. Oh, Underworld Catwalk. I love this music. Did you like the reading? Do you like the music? Hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Jenna Grace. Yeah, and if you want more of me here on YouTube, please subscribe. Not stopping anytime soon. It's fun putting stuff on YouTube, but I'm over on Patreon. So, it's a way of showing people what I do, dip a toe for free. But Patreon now, we got a 7-day free trial. I just made Seeker a free trial. And try it for 7 days. You want to stay, you don't, that's on you. But I love me some Patreon, and they're giving me a lot of opportunities to do what I love in this world, so I highly recommend it to all my creative friends out there, particularly Cardinal Creative Fire Aries, right? A way of really having some freedom within, community guidelines. It's worth it. But remember, all of my patrons, regardless of subscription, not obviously the free trials, right? They get all the extended readings, part 2s to the part 1s. They get the daily check-ins, and they get an extended, an extensive, lovely discount for private sessions in person and online. So let's talk about that. Yeah, I changed my prices. May 1st, 2023, our 25th anniversary of Drawing the Circle Productions. It was time, right? If I went over for an hour session, that was on me. If they want to tip me, that was on them. It's all taken care of now, right? Whether it's in person, a Zoom recorded, I'll even travel, but yeah, it's all on my website, drawingthecircle.com. But there's it's a video. It's a video that explains. It's called Booking Private Sessions with Mal. It's no longer booking a reading with Mal, because it covers private sessions as well as readings. Covers spiritual counseling as well as readings. And should I ever return to hands-on healing work, which I love doing, that would be included in that. Well, and I mentioned that too. So yeah, check it out. Look, shadow work. I've helped a lot of people. I was a minister for decades. Really, go back and look at my stuff on Facebook. I took on a lot of people's stuff because I didn't realize how powerful empathy could be, right? That might be going on here for you. So the transformation that I had to go through by defrocking myself to be this version of me was worth it. And it was hell on earth. It was shadow work. But bottom line, Matt Kahn says it best, whatever arises, love that. So whatever way you find this through, love is your answer, and you can do this. And this isn't just about your physical health. This is about your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual health. Bringing this together, just remember, the challenges in our relationships are there for a purpose, not a reason. As soon as we let go of why is this happening, and say there is a purpose, I don't know what it is, but I am willing to be shown. Then the strategy, right? And you dissolve the judgments. You don't have to like what they're doing in order to love yourself and love your journey. So seriously, wishing you the very, very best and the very, very blessed. Comment if you feel it, because I like to know how this relates, right? And lover isn't always romantic, but it is shadow work time. So whatever this is, if you need help, reach out. If not to me, then upwards, then maybe outwards into this world. Wishing you the very best and the very, very blessed of the alchemy. This full to new June 2023. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.